The Victorian Electoral Commission has today referred an investigation into opposition leader Matthew Guy and his former staffer Mitch Catlin to IBAC, marking a day of big integrity questions on the campaign trail. Heidi Murphy is following the story and joins me live from the newsroom. Heidi, the Commissioner says the move was made because parties weren't cooperating.
Yeah, that's right, Steph. The Commissioner says, in fact, they have exhausted their ability to investigate this matter fully, and while they can't allege any actual wrongdoing, they can't discount it either, because despite public statements to the contrary, there has not been full cooperation from those involved. Now, this all relates to Mr Catlin's request for a Liberal donor to put $100,000 through his private business when he was working for Mr Guy as his Chief of Staff. Grilled on the matter while in Morwell today, Mr Guy repeatedly claimed he has done all that the VEC has asked of him.
I provided all the information I had weeks and weeks and weeks ago, and if other people associated with that haven't, then that's not a question for me. I've done nothing wrong, and I'm more than happy to cooperate with anyone.
There were some uncomfortable questions for the Premier today too over how voting for the upper house hasn't been overhauled despite repeated calls for reforms while he's been in charge. A bombshell video that was released today shows preference whisperer Glenn Drury boasting about how he has gamed the system to get some chosen candidates into the Parliament, sometimes to Labor's advantage, for a price.
Cost for us getting elected, what is it?
If you win, you'll give me 55k.
55.
Have a look at some of the political parties he's been involved in and worked for. They're no friends of mine. I don't know the bloke. I don't work with the bloke.
Now, the Premier says reforming the upper house voting system hasn't been top of his to-do list in the past 8 years, but he does expect it will be the subject of some focus after this particular election campaign. Steph.
Thanks so much, Heidi Murphy. And despite the controversy, the campaign is kicking ahead, with both parties wheeling out more big money pledges. Mimi Becker joins me live from the newsroom. Mimi, what is the Premier's latest promise?
Steph, if the Premier is re-elected, he says he will invest an extra $77 million in mental health services. Today, at a press conference, he was joined by White Island survivor Stephanie Browett and retired AFL Premiership star Tom Boyd, who have both had their own battles. But today they joined forces. Despite being on the campaign trail, they said mental health is not political and needs to be about looking out for one another. Now, these new services will be set up in Narre Warren, Northcote and Leongatha, with plans for a further 20 sites across the state. The focus is about walk-in appointments, allowing people to bypass their GP and make access to mental health services easier than ever.
We are all worthy of the help we need to not only survive, but to also thrive. We need to focus on delivering health support to people in the communities where they live.
Mental health is not a political issue. Mental health is it's a responsibility of our community to support each other.
And from mental health to sexual health, the Greens were announcing their bold initiative to make contraception free across the state. That's in addition to spending $2 million to make condoms free and available at all secondary schools. While the Liberal leader Matthew Guy chose to venture to the regions once again, he was campaigning in the seat of Morwell, which is a very marginal seat at the moment and one that the Liberals are hoping to win. After touring a plastic manufacturing facility, he made an announcement that he would move the Department for Regional Victoria to the bush if he won. So a very busy day on the campaign trail, Steph.
Certainly was. Plenty happening. Thanks, Mimi Becker.